Hi dear students, welcome to online education program. So, now I am going to discuss the methods of index numbers, how to calculate the various methods of index numbers. The method is methods of index number. So, I already discussed the various methods of index number. Under that number one is so simple index number, and number two is weighted index number. So, I already discussed and completed the problems related to the simple index number. Under that number one is simple aggregate index number, simple aggregate method, in the index method. Number two is simple average price relatives method. So, these two methods are already over in the previous session. Now, I am going to discuss the very important method, that is called it as weighted index number, index method. So, weighted index method, weighted index method. So, under that two important methods can be identified, like that simple aggregate and a simple average, that is nothing but weighted aggregate aggregative method, and number two is weighted average price relatives method. Two important methods: weighted aggregative method and weighted average price relative methods, like that simple index number, so simple aggregate and simple average, like that weighted aggregate and weighted average methods. So, each one of different methods can be identified. So, under that weighted average method, so based on that, so we can identify weighted aggregate method, Laspeyres method, Laspeyres, Laspeyres method. So, Laspeyres method gives importance for the quantitative, that is what is that Q0. Then second one is Porteous method, Porteous CHE or SE, Porteous method, that is gives importance for the Q1. Then third one is Fisher index method, Fisher index method. So, he gives importance for the P0 and also a Q1, Q0 and P1. So, the fourth one is Marshall method. Now we are going to discuss the first three methods, 1, 2, 3. According to your syllabus, the first three are very important for the point of examination. So, Laspeyres method, Porteous method and Fisher index method. So, that Fisher index method also call it as a ideal index method. So, this is also called it as a ideal index method, and the last one, the fourth one is the Marshall index method. So, first we are going to discuss in the Laspier's method, Postier's method and the Fisher index method. So, this is various methods of index number. Now, we are going to one by one for a detailed discussion about the Laspier's, Postier's method, then Fisher index method and the Marshall method. So, number one is that is Laspier's method. So, Laspier's method, it is one of the statistician is given his own method, his own contribution for the calculation of index number. So, he gives based on the Q0, he focused on Q0. What is Q0? See here, base year and current year. Base year is 0, current year is 1. So, base year quantity and base year price. So, base year commodity is Q0, base year price is P0, like that Q1 P1. So, current year price is nothing but P1. Current year quantity is nothing but Q1. Base year price is nothing but P0. Base year commodity is nothing but Q0. So, here 4 items can be identified. That is nothing but P1, Q1, P0, Q0. Out of these 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4 items, the Laspier's is given importance for the Q0, that is called as a base year quantity. It gives importance for the base year quantity. So, index number nothing but P0, P01 equals sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 into 100, correct. So, sigma P divided by sigma P1 divided by P0 into 100. So, this index number the Laspier's is developed his one formula for calculation of index number, that is P01 equals sigma P1 divided by sigma P0, that is index value, sigma P0 divided by sigma P1 divided by sigma P0. So, here it gives the importance for the Q0 and Q0. Q0 and Q0. Now, is sigma P0 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into 100. So, the formula is get ready for the calculations. This is the formula for Laspier's method. Just what is the index value? P0 sigma P1 divided by sigma P0. So, sigma P0 divided by sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 with multiplication of his own contribution for the base year quantity. So, base year quantity, that is a base year quantity Q0 and multiplied with P0 into Q0, then multiplication of 100. So, we index value will get. So, according to Laspier's method. Number 2, according to the Postier's method. According to Postier's method, so he gives importance for already mentioned. So, present year quantity. So, what is the index number formula? That is sigma P0 divided by sigma P0. So, sigma P1 divided by sigma P0. So, he gives importance for calculation of current year quantity Q1 divided by Q1 divided by Q1. Now, total formula for this sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. The formula for is get ready for under Pasteur's method. Laspier's method, sigma P1 into Q0, sigma P0 into sigma P0 Q0 into 100. So, that is the before that P1 divided by P1 divided by P0 with multiplication of give the importance for the Q0, that is a current base year quantity. So, P1 Q0 P0 Q0 into 100, that is under Laspier's method. Like that here also. So, P1 divided by Q0 with multiplication of Q1. So, that is the sigma summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100 will get the index number under Pasteur's method. Now, third one is that is under Fisher index method. Fisher's method. Fisher's method. So, it is also called as ideal index method. Ideal index method. So, E gives importance for I already mentioned, that is a both Q0 as well as Q1. So, Q1. Now, how it is developed the formula? So, price index P01 equals price index square root of take number 1, that is call it as sigma P0 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into so multiplication of Pasteur's method, that is sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1, sigma P0 Q1. So, that is with the multiplication of 100 we will get index value under Fisher index method. So, this is the formula for under this is all are call it as a weighted aggregative methods. So, under weighted aggregative method, Laspier's method, Pasteur's method and Fisher index method. So, Laspier's method is gives importance for the Q0, that is a base year quantity. Now, the index formula, that is a sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 with the multiplication of Q base year quantity. So, P1 sigma P1 into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into 100. So, we will get the index value under Laspier's method. Under Pasteur's method, P01 equals sigma P1 sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100 will get the index number for Pasteur's method. Under Fisher index method or ideal index method, so index number equals so square root of L, the square root of L, that is nothing but square root of L into P, Laspier's method formula into Pasteur's formula into 100, that is called it as index number under Fisher index method. So, that is nothing but summation of so square root of summation of P0 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into multiplication with 100 will get the index number of under Fisher index method. These three are very, very important under weighted aggregative method. Based on this, we can work out some problems.